Cheers. We're serving up the best of Gastown today on the Express. On today's show,
we serve warm, comfort food and strong cocktails.
Pourhouse Restaurant.
In 1925, Lamplighter was given the first liquor license in BC.
The Lamplighter Pub.
It's a great bar. It fits the neighborhood perfectly.
Welcome to one of Gastown's newest attractions, the new Old Faithful General Store.
I like to think of us as something that would have been in Gastown 100 years ago.
Real Bulldog Video was named after Mike's first dog, Layla.
Real Bulldog Videos. See that and more local expression from Vancouver's Gastown. Welcome to the Express. I'm Johanna Ward. Today's show is all about Gastown, and we're going to take you to one of the newer restaurants in this neighborhood, the Pourhouse, coming up. But right now, it's Vancouver's oldest pub. The Lamplighter is celebrating 85 years, and to give you some perspective on that, on opening day, a glass of beer cost just 10 cents.
In 1925, Lamplighter was given the first liquor license in BC after the repeal of Prohibition to serve beer. It actually said beer parlor license with a number 001 on it.
And 85 years later, what you'll find at the Lamplighter is old meets new. Remnants of the past mixed in with the technology of the future.
Most of the venues in Gastown are very true to the historic and heritage style. The tin roof is all punched and that's original. Most of the lighting is original as well. And if you look up top of the vestibule as you walk in, we've got an old style sled up top as well. So there's a lot of vintage stuff in the room that's quite original.
Yeah, it's got a really cool feel to it. I like that it's crazy that it's 85 years old, but I like it. I like all the decorations. It really suits the atmosphere and the neighborhood it's in.
I think it does fit in really nice just because it is very rustic and you have like the old round table.
Yeah, it's a great bar. It fits the neighborhood perfectly.
To celebrate 8 decades in the business, the Lamplighter threw a party inspired by the Roaring 20s.
We actually closed off the streets that are on Abbott from the alleyway to Water. We set up some tents. We had some performers come down. We basically dressed up the whole place like it was a 1920s parlor.
And the drinks here, well, they're timeless.
Okay, so Bianca, you're going to be making a sidecar cocktail. This one dates back to World War I, just before Prohibition was introduced. 4 ingredients, super simple. You're going to do 1.5 ounces of the Hennessy, 1/2 ounce of the Cointreau.
And so these drinks would have been around 85 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. More than, actually, a little bit over 85 years. This one actually withstood the test of time. It was always a popular drink in both Europe and America. You're going to do 1/2 and 1/2 of simple syrup, which is just an equal parts mixture of sugar and water. It's basically a liquid sweetener. And then 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice. You're going to fill your shaker with ice. And you're going to shake really vigorously. You're doing a few things right now. You're making it cold. You're mixing up all the ingredients. And surprisingly, you're actually trying to dilute it a little bit. Now you just want to strain it using your hawthorn into the cocktail glass.
Done.
And garnish with a cherry.
Good enough to last another 85 years.
Oh, that's good.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Gastown for the Express.
You're watching our Express Gastown Special, and from one of the oldest, we go to one of the newest. The Pourhouse has been open for just over a year, and they're certainly making a name for themselves because of their attention to detail and their personal Pourhouse style.
It's really sort of a turn of the century, so you're looking back to what was happening in Gastown around the turn of the century, so about 110, 120 years ago.
A Sazerac, old-fashioned, Manhattan.
We do really specialize the cocktail program on the golden age of cocktails, which is about 1880 to 1920 when Prohibition happened. As well as the food is sort of taken from that era, and also comfort style food.
We're going to be cooking the Arctic char for you guys. Just check this fish here.
It looks amazing. First of all, the plating is fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Is it going to taste as good as it looks?
Oh, it's going to taste probably better than it looks.
As it should. You have a personal reason that you went with the char. Tell us why that is.
The Yukon Arctic char is from the Yukon. I was born and raised there in Whitehorse.
delicious. And do you usually go with something you have kind of a personal connection to when you're putting a menu together?
Well, whenever I'm creating a menu, of course, I try to put as much personal influence to it as possible. You know, creating new ideas, coming up with different ingredients, sourcing it from different places, trying to keep things as local and as seasonal as we can.
And what's it like working in a kitchen where you're so open to the clientele coming in?
It's good. It keeps the guys on their toes for sure.
Oh, yeah?
You know.
And you?
And me as well, of course. We always finish our fish with a little touch of olive oil.
I just want to commend you. This is absolutely delicious, and it has a great balance of that, like, I feel kind of cuddled because it's winter, but it's still nice and light with the fish.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was going for.
Do you mind if I just sit here and eat?
No, please do.
What?
Yeah, we've been open for a year and a couple months now. It's been going fantastic. Couldn't be happier right now. Just a great response for our food and drink, and also the feeling that we get from the room too.
It's definitely a dark and cozy room. We serve big, rich wines, warm, comfort food, you know, and strong cocktails.
The Arctic char is on the current menu, which, by the way, Chris switches up about 4 times a year. He goes with the seasons. Of course, the Pourhouse is also known, hence its name, for its fantastic drinks. And we're going to be mixing up some holiday specials a little later on the show. Right now, it's about shopping for that special something, even when you don't know what you're looking for. We're heading to Old Faithful, one of Gastown's newest shops. I'm also going to just keep eating.
Old Faithful shop is a shop for, it's quality goods for everyday living.
Welcome to one of Gastown's newest attractions. It's not a boutique or a trendy restaurant, but Old Faithful stands out from the crowd.
I like to think of us as something that would have been in Gastown 100 years ago. A general store of sorts. We've stayed true to the building that we're in. It's an old 100-year-old building, so we've tried to capitalize on that and tell a total story with both product and the environment that, the product appears in.
Walter opened Old Faithful earlier this year. He prides himself on carrying local natural products made with attention to quality, like Alex Henderson's Christmas ornaments.
This year I've done Canada geese, teepees, and trees. They're all designed to fit in a standard card, and they can be mailed very easily, and they also work really well as gift tags. When Old Faithful opened, I felt like it was just Henderson dry goods. It just was sort of aesthetically everything that I like, and it has a very Canadiana feel here as well.
That feel is intentional. Walter restored the space and even added to it, constructing a cabin within the shop.
Something like the house behind me here was made after I found, a lot of 25-year-old cedar fence panel. There was a big stack of this wet, mildew-covered sort of wood, but it was perfect for the project that I wanted to do with it.
Popular items include the cedar incense and the air plant collection, including hand-blown terrariums.
They're visually stunning, very simple design, it's hand-blown glass, but with the rope that goes through, and it's held up by just a knot.
Well, I think it's kind of what Gastown needed, and I think that the interior of the space really embraces Gastown's history, which is really nice. I don't think there's any store quite like Old Faithful anywhere in the city.
And there's one more reason to visit Old Faithful.
Jean-Pierre, he's 3 years old. He's the most popular French bulldog in Gastown, probably Vancouver. Look out for a Twitter account soon. He is on Facebook, you can friend him.
I'm Erin Shaw in Gastown for the Express.
I don't know, it seems it's a theme in Gastown to have a dog in the store. Because coming up, we're going to take you to real bulldog video, along with these top spots. After the break, the Woodward's windows.
It's a labor of love, and it takes over 100 hours to put the window together.
First, I'm going to be crushing a little bit of ice.
Pourhouse Restaurant. You're watching local TV on the Express.